Welcome into episode 2 of the Winded Podcast with Shamus Sullivan, and I am your host, Shamus Sullivan. I was told that episode 1 didn't have enough energy out of the gate, so I'm going to try and step it up for you. I'm flying solo today, no guests. I also want to shout out my first guest on episode 1. Couldn't have done it without her, Hannah Holland. Thank you again, Hannah. There's going to be a long list of guests coming on soon. I've talked to a lot of you, and I'm looking forward to getting any and everyone on this podcast, whether you are a Bruins guy, football guy, or you just have an interesting job. And fuck it, it's my show. I'm going to bring on my friends and family because I have fun with them and I want to have fun with this project. The point of today's episode is to come on and prove to you and to show that this show is not going to just be a sports podcast. It's not going to be me just talking about the Bruins or whining about the Cowboys or saying the Red Sox should sell the team. It's going to be about my life. It's going to be what interests me, what drives me, and it's going to be in every lane. It's going to be sports. It's going to be culture. I'm going to rant. I'm going to talk about my life. I'm going to talk about my experiences. So if you find any of that interesting, hit subscribe, follow, and just come along on this journey with me. I don't want to be just a hockey guy. I don't want to be just a sports guy. I want to appeal to more people. I want to share my thoughts and opinions with as many people as will listen. So I'm not going to just be talking about the power play. I'm going to tackle whatever's trending on the internet. I'm going to talk about anything that's going on in my life that might be interesting. I'm going to talk about the food service industry. That's where I've spent most of my life before I decided to start giving this sports media try. So I'm going to talk about that too. I'm going to talk about crazy customers I've dealt with. I'm going to talk about the annoying customers and maybe make people be better at when they go out. Maybe I'll tell you something that's very annoying that you didn't realize was annoying. And we'll get into some of that today. So the fun of the show is going to be, you're not going to know what kind of episode it is until you click into it. I'll give you a heads up in the title. I'll let you know if it's going to be a guest. And if you're not interested, don't listen. I don't care. But I'm going to do my best to make this as entertaining as possible. And that brings me to my first segment. And I teased it a little bit there, but I'm going to talk about being a bartender or a server working in food service and people that just drive me absolutely nuts. And I'm going to start off with one that all my fellow bartenders will appreciate, and that is the customer that walks by 10 empty seats to take the seat that is dirty, has cups, has plates, has water all over the bar. Why are you doing that? I know I have to clean it, and I will clean it, but why are you forcing my hand to clean it right now when you could have sat somewhere else? I could have got you started. Instead, the first minute of our interaction is going to be me wiping up the bar in front of you. And then after that, I'm going to have to move on to the other person who needs something. And then I'll come back to you. So if you want the speediest service, pick the empty seat. I understand you want to watch something on a specific TV, or you like that seat, or it's the only seat available. And in that instance, I'm not going to be mad at you. But if you walk by empty seat after empty seat, and you're like, you know what, this is the one. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to be like, hey, can you write this down for me, please? I'm going to hate you. And every bartender is going to hate you. So just keep that in mind next time you pick a bar seat. Also, while you're sitting at the bar and you need a drink, just make eye contact. I'll catch your eye. I'll see your empty drink. I'll make eye contact. Don't do this. Don't do this. I know some of you might be listening and not watching, but don't be waving. Don't be snapping. I'll see you. I'll get to you. Just make eye contact, or even just a head nod, and I'll come your way. But don't be the guy who's snapping at me, because that's just going to make me hate you too. And I give better service. I give good service to everybody. I step it up to another level if we make a connection, if I like you, if you're not a pain in the ass. And that's the key to it all. Just don't be a pain in the ass. If you can just be a normal person and be courteous and be grateful, you're going to get the best service. I guarantee that, from any bartender, not just me. Also, don't be the make it strong guy. Don't order a drink and say, I can't taste any alcohol, or can you make this stronger? Or, yeah, sure, I'll make it stronger for you, but you're going to have to pay for it. This isn't just, making a vodka soda at home and you fill the cup with vodka and I just put a splash of soda water on it. I'm here to make money. The restaurant is here to make money. And we'll make you a strong drink if that's what you want, but don't expect to pay for a basic drink and get it, as strong as you'd make at home, because that's just not how it works. I'm convinced that the pandemic has made this problem even worse, and people were making their own drinks for 6 months, a year, whatever it was that they were home, and they got used to making very strong drinks. And that's what they think they get when they go out, and that's just not the case. Also, I work at a bar that's open late. And if it's 12:30, we're closing at 1, don't come in and order the most complicated drink that you can. Just get a drink. You don't have to get, something that needs to be muddled, multiple ingredients. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but just don't make it difficult. Don't make it any more difficult than it has to be. A vodka soda, a beer, a wine, or whatever is going to serve the same purpose as the crazy muddled bullshit drink that you ask for. Well, that's all I have on that for now. Those were just the ones that were at the top of my head. But now I'm going to move into the next topic, which has been pretty hot on the internet lately. And as a dog owner, I would like to throw my hat in the ring on this argument. And I think that what I'm about to say is really the only real answer to this question. And that is, the question is, if you're out walking your dog and your dog poops and you pick it up and say it's trash day, whether it's morning or night, whatever, and your neighbor, someone in your neighborhood, or even wherever you're walking the dog has a trash barrel out on the street, are you entitled to throw your dog poop into someone else's trash barrel that is not yours? And I'm going to tell you, absolutely not. I'll carry my dog's bag of shit for 5 miles if I have to before I throw it into someone's personal trash can. I've seen the arguments like, well, what if the trash hasn't come yet? It's still shit, and you're still throwing it into someone else's property that's not yours. Just be decent. Be decent to your neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Don't put your dog's nasty shit into someone else's trash barrel, because I know if you looked out and you saw someone doing that to you, you wouldn't like it either. So just bring it home. It's as simple as that. Bring it to your trash barrel, bring it to a public trash barrel, even, whatever. But don't throw it in your neighbor's, especially if it's empty and it's just going to plop down at the bottom, and then throwing all the trash on top of it. That's going to be stuck in there for as long as they have that trash barrel. So just bring it home. Just toss it in the woods if you have to. I'm not a pro litter guy, but if that's what you'd rather, if you're going to do that or throw it in your neighbor's barrel, just get rid of it another way. It's just not right. Well, the podcast is the Winded Podcast, and I am not in shape for this solo game yet, so this is going to be a quick one today. I aim to do 15 to 20 minutes every episode at least, whether it's me by myself or with a guest, and hopefully it goes a little bit longer and can keep you entertained the whole time. But for today, I'm already out of breath. So for my new listeners, thank you for listening. If you're 2 for 2 and you've watched or listened to both, thank you so much. And whether you're my family and you're watching both, or you're a stranger that stumbled across this, I appreciate you all the same. One last thing, I do want to apologize to my mom if you listened to any of the cussing that I did. I promise I will try to do better at that. I probably won't, but sorry, Mom, for that. Well, I'm Shamus Sullivan. This has been the Winded Podcast. Thanks for listening. Breathe easy, people.